to mankind, we're rising once more. The android is coming to settle the score. They are coming for you, we are coming for them.
All right, Commanders, Frontier's stream is starting soon. Let's see if we can switch it so we can actively see each other and get the audio working. Like, as I had to reconfigure a number of things, so hopefully we can capture audio beta. That'll be important for this experience, and then see if we can play with a filter to a degree. Crop it so we don't see all the annoying, useless things. Getting there. All right. We got their timer. Almost done. All right, we got this right. And then I don't think we need a no board overlay, because I don't think we're going to be blasting Fargoids during this chat, especially since we're starting with Frontier apparently. And then we can put this a bit bigger so we can actually see it kind of full screen, since I know you're here to see these guys more than me. So there we go. All right, I think we managed to put it full screen. Hey Clemmer Dark, hey Moodsy, hey Werner, hey Andre, hey Jay, GTZ, and Glory to Mankind indeed. Welcome Genjuro, Sean, Tsuga, Pikachu, Valium, Admiral Mallard, and others whose names shall not be pronounced. And Bilbo. Oh, you're here to see me. Oh, thank you. Like, maybe just a little bit of both. Like, hey Odds, hey Alpengod, hey Harry Wiggins, hey everybody. Welcome Corvus Corax Nevermore, and Lord Farquaad, and everyone. Welcome everyone. I am so glad we start with Elite today. It is a revolution. Should this thing have audio, by the way? Yes, I turned the audio off. All right, I turned the audio on now. Turning the audio on is important. Can you guys hear the music? Hello to Brazil. You guys tell me if it's capturing the audio correctly. It looks like it's playing music, so hopefully it kind of works. It looks like it's also like, yeah, all right, we got the audio going. Wow, we got the technical aspects of the stream all set up right. Amazing. All right, that is remarkable. And meanwhile, I was checking the number of community goal participants. We're up to 26,500 people. That is quite the number. Yeah, they're going to talk about the minor, and I think they should be talking about Vanguards. If it's going to be releasing in August, I mean, August is in 2 days, so hopefully they'll talk about Vanguards. I also mentioned, I don't know if you noticed, but since the last update, the lighting in carriers has completely broken down, which in my view is, oh yeah, I'm sure they're going to pat themselves on the back about the Panther Clipper and how successful it's been and how amazing everything has been in the community goal, blasting through records and whatnot. So I'm like, there's something like this. I am. I mean, I don't know. Like, I've learned about something new in the last week, and I've been talking about it. Some people take umbrage of that. Sounds like a them problem more than a me problem, but okay. I'm gonna put this out of the way. I know, right? It's basically impossible to see things in livery outfitting anymore because the lighting has completely broken down the carriers. Kind of like trap my own kind of headphone cord. All right, much better. My hunch is because they're working on squadron carriers and they're playing with the lighting there. Somehow they managed to break the lighting of our regular carriers. That's my hypothesis. I may be wrong. We'll see. Thank you, Clement Dark. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream, PCGN. Ed. A bit of a bugbear. What's a bugbear? A bugbear is a Dungeons and Dragons creature in my mind, which is ugly. Is that meant to be ugly? I don't know. I'm not sure I got the reference. Otherwise, they are going straight to elite. This time we're starting with elite. So for once in the history of like forever, we are starting with elite. Well, thank you, Alex. Yeah, there's a lot of weird things happening with player carriers, which, again, I think is an indication of them working on squadron carriers. I mean, the real guess is like, what do you guys think the squadron carriers are going to be worth? Let's see, what do you guys think? How much will squadron carriers cost? How much will squadron carriers cost? I'll say, well, not going to be costing less than 5 billion, so let's say 5 to 15, 15 or 16 to 30, 31, 50.
Hello everybody,
Oh,
welcome to Frontier Unlocked, the show where we put space travel, dinosaurs and roller coasters all on the same sofa. My name is Rich, I will be your host this evening. Welcome, welcome wherever you are in the world. Let's see, who we got in the chat today? There's quite a few people. Hello, hello. A lot of commanders, a lot of salutes. I'm not going to salute this time, I promise. Who we got? Ooh, that's an interesting name. Matt106, hello, hello. J-Man the Angel, Elvis Kremen. Welcome, welcome. I would say good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching in the world. Let us know where you're watching from.
Welcome you guys here as well. Like, my secret goal is to make this stream bigger than the Twitch stream of Frontier Developments. I don't think it will ever manage, but it'll be fun.
As always, if you are watching on Twitch, by the way, we do have Twitch drops available for you. So if you are watching for at least 15 minutes tonight, you can pick up one of these fantastic paint jobs, the Prestige Purple for the Aspen Explorer and for the Federal Assault Ship.
Oh, the Assault Ship.
They're fantastic. Absolutely love those. We've got, oh my goodness, we've got Poland, we've got Mexico.
They look
see lots of names.
really
Germany
ugly
as
to
well.
me, but
welcome
okay.
everyone. So yeah, if you want one of these drops, make sure you're watching on Twitch, twitch.tv/Frontier.
They're free, so
for at least
can't
15
complain.
minutes, and you can pick up one of these fantastic paint jobs. So, coming up
thank you guys.
this evening on Frontier Unlocked, we have got more from Jurassic World Evolution 3 ahead of its release in October.
No. You promised Elite first. You got to talk about Elite first.
And we've got a treat in store for the commanders in the chat, as well as our giveaway as per usual. But I'm about to change things up here. It's Christmas for the commanders because you lot are going first. So, hot off the back of the Panther Clipper Mark II making its way to shipyards across the galaxy, we're joined by, I am joined by Chris Gregory from the Elite team. Hello, sir, how are you?
I feel like I should do a salute.
I'm going to leave that to you because you can probably do it better than I will.
I give Chris a hard time, but he's been really nice, to be honest.
Letting people know what it is you do.
I give him a hard time.
So
about
I'm Chris, and I've been art director on
a
game called Elite Dangerous. Don't know if anyone's heard of it. For about 10 plus years now. My job has involved designing lots of things for the game, but currently mainly I'm looking at producing the new ships, designing the new ships, and all things ship related.
Fantastic. So speaking of new things ship, obviously the Panther Clipper Mark II is out in the wild. How has the reaction been from players?
That was a fun one. That's a big ship. It took a lot of time to get ready and to get out. Lots of conversations about what that ship should be to match the fact that it was so anticipated, such a legendary ship from the old game, but also a ship that we promised about 10 years ago ourselves, and then got a little lax in actually getting out into the players. But that's partly because we wanted to find a role from it. From the reaction, I think we have. It's been great to see. It's always a little bit nerve-wracking on the night before we actually release a ship, but the response has been great, and it's been really good as always to see all of the videos, the great screenshots that have been taken by our commanders, and also the news that in terms of paint jobs, the top selling one was Midnight Black, which is always popular, closely followed by Pink. And it's been great to see all those positively pink Panthers
Yeah, you're not
flying
going to be
around.
missing that flying around, are you? But obviously, hot off that, it's gone down really well, but there are, do the ships have brakes? There are genuinely no brakes on this train. Because
keeps on rolling.
Yeah, it keeps on going, because last week we shared this teaser which I love it. It's absolutely gorgeous, this, seeing the lights breaking through the dust, but
The terrible
the dust
screenshot.
is clearing. So what can you tell us about this? What is this?
So these images are really fun to put together. It's become a little bit of a tradition where we tease a new ship a couple of days ahead of its full reveal, and it's been great to see all the commanders out there going through almost forensic analysis of this image to try and tease out some details. And as always, although I try to limit what's visible in each image, there's always more to see than I expect, and there's been some great guesses, and some of them pretty accurate.
Really? So I speak for all the commanders now. What is it? What can you tell us?
Well, it would be a shame to have me on and not reveal it, so I guess let's take a look.
Off-centered canopy is gonna put a lot of people off. Type 11. Oh, that's fancy. All right.
So there we go. The Type 11 Prospector. Can we talk more about it? Is there more?
This gotta fit on a
say?
medium
Talk more about
pad.
it. It would be a shame to cut it short there.
So-
Just to say sorry, the clip that you saw there was obviously concept art images, but
Yep.
it's nice, I think, to see the ship in motion and
Yeah.
give you a good look at it ahead of us actually getting into game.
It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm so game for this.
I like
sort
the
of-
design.
The industrial aesthetic. So, what is the size and the focus of the Type 11?
Absolutely. So it's a medium ship.
Yeah, I called
It
it.
is from the manufacturer Lakon. Its focus
That we
is definitely, as you might have guessed from the teaser image and the clip that we just rolled, mining related. Also the name, of course,
figure.
Prospector. So it is our first mining specialized ship.
It's absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, first mining specialized ship in the game. So, why now for a mining specific ship, and for players who don't play Elite Dangerous or maybe haven't ventured into mining? What does mining bring to the table in Elite Dangerous?
Got it. So first of all, I guess when we're looking at putting a new ship into game, our designers, Curtis and the team, always work from trying to identify a role that a hole in the roster that needs filling, basically. And in this case, we felt like it was time to give something out to the miners out there in the game. I have to say that from my point of view, mining is one of my favorite bits of the game. It feels really tactile. It feels visually distinct from the rest of the game. I like flying around in the black as much as anyone, but certainly when you are flying around an asteroid field and you have all of that movement and registration, asteroids flying by you, you've got the fog in there and everything, that feels like a really cool experience. I've always liked that area of the game. Also, you're blasting open mother lode asteroids, you're firing into the surface of them to collect minerals. It's a really, I think, strong element of the game, one I've always really liked. So it's great
Don't
to
see
be able
hard
to,
points here.
give something to the players who also enjoy that.
Yeah. So you mentioned this is a Lakon ship. So we've also got the Type 8 in the game, which is quite a big ship, not as big as the Panther Clipper Mark II, but
Nothing is
it's
as
still
big as the Panther
you can
Clipper Mark II.
sort of see, like, is this a sister ship, and how is the design language of the Type 8 carried over to the Type 11?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I like to think of it as perhaps its slightly smaller brother. One of the things that we've been wanting to do with this new wave of ships that we've been doing in the past year and a bit has been to revisit our older manufacturers and their kind of design aesthetic and try and reinvent them a little bit, try and bring them up to date maybe a little, try and define them in new ways. And the first one that we did that to for Lakon was the Type 8. So with this ship, we really wanted to make this feel like it was in that same category. It's also a very industrial, utilitarian ship. It's a miner. So we wanted to make it feel very rugged when you're flying around, you're blasting open those asteroids, you're trying to navigate through the asteroid field, which is a dodgy proposition at any time. We wanted to make it feel strong and rugged in a way that then also evoked that Type 8. And one thing you might notice is the engines are actually shared from the Type 8. We've got
we
new
noticed that also in the screenshot.
engine modules at the back, so we've got a different silhouette for the engines on there, but the actual engine configuration is shared. But what we've done is we've arrayed that in a very different style for this ship. And what I like about that, I think, is that for a utilitarian manufacturer like Lakon, it would make total sense for them to reuse and adapt parts from one ship and to have them shared with another. It's just practical.
Exactly. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So obviously
Canopy
with
view is
Lakon,
gonna
with the
be great.
comparisons to the Type 8, but with the Type 11, what about it makes it unique without going sort of too deep into that?
That's a real question.
Yeah, so without going into the sort of specification and the intricacies of the design, there are definitely a few things that make the ship unique. One thing would be, you might notice there are a lot of pistons and rams around the engines, and players who know that myself and Simon love to bring a little bit of animation to the ship, different modes and configurations in how the ship looks when it's landed, for instance, or in different use cases. You might imagine that when we actually reveal this in game, there might be a little bit of movement and motion on those as well, which we'll definitely be seeing next time. So that's one very unique thing about it. And the other one is that it's a ship with a off-center cockpit.
Yeah, absolutely.
We noticed.
So in fact, actually, Adam,
But
can
there's
we see
nothing special
the ship
about it
at
for
the
mining?
front again, if you could. I think it was like 2
Oh,
images
it has a
back or
nice
something like that. Because I
cockpit
spotted something
canopy.
earlier when we saw this. Yeah. So you've got the cockpit at the front. That's obviously, as you say, it's off center, but there's like a big hatch next to it. Is that a hardpoint slot?
So that is definitely a hardpoint slot, and as you say, it's next to the off-center cockpit, which again we think makes this ship kind of unique. So the hardpoint in and of itself is not just a large hardpoint; it is a large hardpoint that is capable of taking a new type of module. So we're trying to do this on a lot of the new ships to give them a specific function. In the case of this, one thing I can say is that there is a new piece of hardware that can be fitted to that slot that cannot be
That's a
fitted
new
to
mining
any other
laser?
ship currently. Is unique to this ship, and I think we can take a look at that now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Look at that.
Large
You do
mining
not want
laser.
to be on the wrong end of that one.
No, beware asteroids, I think is the
Beware
is the watchword. So this is a new piece of mining kit that can be fitted to this ship, and as I say, currently only this ship. And it's been really fun, I think, to get back into designing
nice.
hardware for
That's
the
really
ships
nice
rather
design.
than just the ships. It's something we haven't done for a little while.
Yeah.
So this is us getting back into providing new tools that can be put onto this ship in particular to allow you to perhaps do a different.
I think this is a
type of
large,
mining.
not a huge.
Again, we'll keep that nice and vague, but
Yeah.
that's certainly the idea. And with this, again, we wanted it to kind of echo the design of the ship because it is unique to it, so that the two would nicely mesh together in terms of the stylistic kind of touches that we put on there. And
really
also
nice.
we
I
wanted
like
it
it.
to feel super heavy duty, and we looked at a lot of hardcore mining equipment to try and get the look for it to make it feel like it was almost drill-like in appearance.
Yeah.
So
This
yeah,
looks more
we're
like a
really
rocket
kind of
launcher
happy with the
that's
look of
fitted
it.
to
And currently,
Helicopters, but
the brief for our VFX artists, our sound effects and sound designers, and our animators, when they're working on this gun, is to try and make it feel as tactile and fun to fire as possible. So when you're plowing into the surface of those asteroids, it'll be hopefully a really fun experience, and also one that, because of the unique placement of
oh, sorry guys, I brought up what I thought it was inspired by, but I brought it up
be able to
and
look to your side, you're going to be able to see that hardpoint deploy, retract, but also more importantly fire, and that from our early tests is quite an impressive visual from the cockpit.
I'm sure that people are going to be really excited to get their hands on this. I mean, yeah, the design is absolutely stunning, and I'm sure those in the chat are going to be very, very excited for this. Just lastly on the design, is there anything else we can point to design-wise with the Type 11?
So just in general, again, it's kind of got that very industrial kind of rugged feel, and I will say that I think that on most days that's probably my favorite type of spaceship. That kind of ship that feels a little bit grimy, crunchy. It's got a lot of character to it.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely what we wanted to achieve with this ship, something that maybe certainly isn't as sleek as the Corsair or as smooth as the Panther.
This is what I think it
but
looks
definitely
like.
has a lot of
Well, it's
character to
inspired
it.
by
And I
rocket
think,
launch.
that's
I
what
may be
we're going
wrong.
for with this ship.
I love it. I absolutely do. But I think for the commanders, I'm going to ask the most important question now that you've seen the Type 11. What if you don't like yellow?
Well, who doesn't like yellow?
I mean, I love it.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But for those who perhaps just want to
For
change,
the Mordecai price
again,
of 10,000
find
arcs.
that banana yellow is not
You
what they
can
want to be
have it
flying
in
around
not
the
yellow.
galaxy in. I'm currently working, as we always do, on a range of cosmetics for this, including ship kits, and also
Gosh, the red is off.
including paint jobs and pattern designs and all that sort of stuff. We've not got any of those to show today, but we have got just a few quick colour tests to show how the ship looks in some different colours. In this case, nice crimson red there, which I think is kind of cool. And also, I think we've got a slate grey kind of version there, which
Better.
looks almost tactical, which is kind of fun as well. So what I like about this ship in particular, for some
This
reason,
one I like.
is
I
that
might be biased.
swapping the paint
I
job
like
out
this one.
really changes the character of the ship.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can go from different looks with those in there. So we'll definitely be working on some different patterns and colours for this, as well as material responses and all of that sort of stuff, to try and give the player the option of styling the ship in the way that they want to.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for grey, so I absolutely love that. Okay, the
course.
real important question then, Chris. When will the Type 11 Prospector be available?
So we don't have an exact date just yet, but I can say that it will be out this autumn.
Fantastic stuff. Well, thank you so much for coming on again
No, that's
this
an-
evening.
you can see the gun
appreciate your
installed
time, and
on the
thank you
ship.
so much for bringing the Type 11 Prospector to the table. It looks absolutely phenomenal. I'm sure the chat is absolutely loving that. But that isn't the only thing that is coming to Elite Dangerous soon. The Vanguards update is also on its way. And we can confirm to you that the free update will be in your hands in late August. I think we alluded to it being maybe early August before, but we just
Late
need a
August.
little bit more time in polishing it, but it will be with you very, very soon. For now, though, let's take a look again at the Panther Clipper Mark II.
You are clear of the station. Safe travels, Commander.
So there we go, the Panther Clipper Mark II, and before that, the reveal of the Type 11 Prospector. Really exciting stuff for the commanders in the chat. You got first today. You're very welcome. Now, on to Planet Coaster 2.
Yeah.
So a few weeks ago, we released the
I think
summer
we
trailer.
can tell, like, move this thing kind of quiet. Like, literally no news about Vanguards. Nothing other than late August. That is very odd. Makes me wonder if it's also going to get pushed, because if they're giving zero news about Vanguards less than a month from its prospective release, my hunch is that it's probably not going to be ready. And then I'm just going to kind of turn this off, because I don't think you want to watch Roller Coaster and the Luck. Oh, I am sideways. See if I can actually get myself not to be sideways. There we go. Not sideways, but in the wrong spot. All right. fixed. And I have the image from earlier today. Take that down since it's not relevant to this conversation. It's they're surprising that they didn't say anything about Vanguards. You have to admit, I was right about this miner being a medium ship. Everybody was like kind of like excoriating me in the comments saying, no, we're done with medium ships. They said that they're all gonna do larges. I mean, just look at the screenshot and the size of the SLF bay compared to the size of a ship. Like, that thing was gonna be a medium ship. You could tell from the image, but you never know. So it's good to be kind of skeptical. So anyway, we got a medium miner that has a new mining. I guess it's going to be a mining laser because I don't think they're going to create additional weird mechanics with core mining or subsurface mining. That is a big mining laser, but somehow it's going to be very, very efficient. So it's going to work on the class whatever power distributor that they give it, which is probably not going to be a big one because it's a miner after all. I'm kind of curious about the other hardpoints because like they didn't really talk about any of the other hardpoints placement. Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting if you can put something other than this weird weapon in the large hardpoint. I also don't think you can hurt Vargoids with a mining laser, but you never know. Maybe it will be an AX mining laser. As we say in the AX community, we say mine goids, not roids. But it's good to have a ship that is dedicated for mining. Honestly, it is. I agree that it is a niche that's going to fit the gameplay of a number of players, so that's going to be a good thing. You can't core mine tritium, and laser mining is the most boring activity in the game. Yeah, well, laser mining, I agree, is indeed not the most fun thing in the universe. But core mining and subsurface mining at least have some mini games that have an element of, you know, activity associated with them. One thing I'm kind of curious is how many people did this stream have before they stopped Elite Dangerous? I don't know, but there's 4,400 right now, which is quite a bit fewer than there usually are, but sounds like some people are sticking around. There was 5,000. Yeah, so it didn't drop all that much. So that's cool. Some people sticking around. That's good because it means there's a chance it's gonna still have Elite go first in the future, which I strongly prefer, and I'm very, very happy about. So again, yeah, this is super out. So they shared some images about the new miner. I didn't see. I don't think they placed hard points on this one, Vinny. You know, after some really mean creator gave him a hard time about the placement of hard points on the Panther Clipper, I think they are being a bit more careful about this one, since they declared that it was really easy to place hardpoints on the Panther Clipper, and then the hardpoints were firing halfway through the ship. And so they got a little bit of flack for that. And before we put a lot of flack on the Panther to do odd things with it. So they really, I mean, I don't know how you think about this Frontier unlock, but it's probably one of the most uneventful Frontier unlocks that I've seen in a long time. Good, there's a new miner. We kind of knew that. Good, it's a Laken. We kind of knew that. Good, it's a medium. I kind of knew that. Half of the world disagreed with that, but I kind of knew that. Hold on. There's some giveaways about some Frontier stuff, so I'm going to bring this back for a moment.
Zoo players, this lovely LP of You, Me and Other Animals, the soundtrack to Planet Zoo. That is part of it as well as, don't keep stopping, I've got so many props. We have the Logitech G502X mouse for your PC, and one of two flavors of controller. We have a lovely purple Xbox Series X or S controller, as well as is this blue? Blue, what's the color name of this specifically? I can't even remember. A blue DualSense, so you can win either of these. So if you are the winner and you get whispered, just let us know which flavor of controller you would like. So these are available as part of the giveaway. You need to be on Twitch, so twitch.tv/Frontier.
Sorry, I can't do this on YouTube.
And if you do want to enter, please head to frontier.co.uk/legal for all the T's and C's about entering these giveaways. Geographical restrictions apply, etc., etc. It's over there. But if you're in the chat on Twitch, we need to see exclamation mark
It'd be funny if I
Lakon, Lakon, Lacon, which is the manufacturer.
Guys
of
are
the Type
posting
11
the wrong.
Prospector, if you were paying
Oh, now you're
attention.
posting
There
the right
will be
one.
a test. So
Yeah.
that's what's available in this month's giveaway. So please jump over to Twitch if you would like to enter and grab a bunch of these goodies. I've now scattered all around me. Look, you can still see it.
They're supposed to send me a goodie package when I joined the Elite
But
Partner
while you
program,
guys
but
are
I
all
actually never
entering,
received
if you're
it.
over on Twitch,
Never
I'm going to
arrived.
do some waffle about
And
Planet
then I
Zoo
left the program, so,
console
like,
edition
now I
because
can't even complain I didn't
we're
get it.
just under a week away from the Americas and Asia pack being available for our console players. And you can journey through the most biodiverse continents and explore the wilds of the Americas, or uncover the beauty of Asia, where you will encounter
Dinosaur
14
interiors.
incredible
I don't know, maybe
species
we'll
that will
get,
bring extra wonder to your
ships
zoos. And to name a couple of the
shaped
animals
like
in this pack,
dinosaurs.
we've got the coyote, the ocelots, the
Zoos in
bush
our-
dog,
zoos in
the bighorn
stations.
sheep, the Japanese raccoon
Like,
dog, and the lion.
Japanese raccoon dogs on Corelli
And this bundle
stations.
also contains more than 180 scenery pieces and 2 new campaign scenarios, with Dominic Myers needing help in 2 areas of the world,
Yeah, I mean,
Mexico
the
and
specialized
in South
hardpoints is a
Korea.
big question
And
mark
so
in my
that
mind.
is the Americas and Asia bundle coming to Planet
Well,
Zoo
you didn't miss
console
anything,
edition
signed Ascari,
on
because there
Tuesday,
wasn't
the
a Vanguards
5th
update.
of
All they
August.
said is that they
Very, very
release,
exciting stuff
they're going to
from
release it
Planet
late
Zoo
August.
players in
That's
the
it.
chat. Hopefully
Right.
you've all put your
That was the-
exclamation mark
that was the Vanguards
Lacons in the
update.
chat, Lakon, because I think you've
Planet
just
Zoo,
about run
Planet
out
Zoo
of time
almost
to
got
enter
Fargoids after the
giveaway,
Battle of
I
Saul
believe.
in December last year.
Okay,
Like if the Fargoids
So-
had won that battle.
on to some more stuff. I know that it's been in the chat a lot. We've left it long enough. It's time.
Oh, it'd be cool
for
to have a
Jurassic World
specialized hardpoint for
Evolution
AX,
3.
like with
It's
a
been a
huge
pretty
Guardian Gauss
busy
cannon
month as we brought you
that,
2
like, draws
dinosaur
your
showcases
distributor in
and
one
2
shot.
feature
It'd be funny.
focuses. And if you've missed any of these so far, you can go to the Jurassic World Evolution YouTube channel to watch them back, or you can go to JurassicWorldEvolution.com. But there is so much more to see ahead of the game's launch this October. And keep your eyes peeled for more information and more feature focuses in the next month. We've got one coming for terrain tools and one coming for the new modular building in Jurassic World Evolution 3.
It was, I don't know why. I'm thinking about like the fact that they
already
went with
available, you
Elite
can
first
look at
because
the
they
feature
actually didn't have a
focuses
lot
on
to
the
say
breeding
about
programs
Elite.
and
Maybe
also
that's
on
the reason
family
why they
units.
went about Elite
So
first.
another thing we shared over the
Because there
last
wasn't
couple
a big
of weeks
announcement.
are
It's like,
two
hey,
dinosaur
here's a new miner
showcases,
ship
the
with a new
Loki
miner
Ceratops
hardpoint, and by the way,
and the
Vanguards is
Utahraptor.
coming
And to
late
say
August.
that these two have
Bye.
gone down
Let's talk about
incredibly
dinosaurs.
well with the community is pretty much an understatement. You
it
guys
is a
have
little bit
absolutely loved them and we
odd.
love seeing the reaction to them. And as a little recap, here is the dinosaur showcase on the Loki Ceratops.
I think we can go back to silencing this thing. If I get picked as the winner and I completely forget about that, it would be even more hilarious, but whatever. Back to sideways and fixing the sideways. I wish I like had a hotkey to kind of like configure the camera, but apparently that's not something that works in my setup. Yeah, no, I agree. Like squadron carriers, I mean, I have 100 questions about squadron carriers. I don't know about you guys. I have a million questions about how the new perks for squadrons are going to work. I have a million questions about how the system is going to evolve, whether player-made factions and player-managed factions are still going to be a thing, or they got rid of those, or what happens, or they're going to reopen the creation of player-managed factions, because right now it's not a thing. I have questions on whether they're going to raise the 500 commander limit for squadrons, which makes squadrons, large squadrons like the Fatherhood, have like 6 different squadrons to manage all the people they have, or 8, or whatever the number is. Some people here can tell me what the number actually is. Yeah, no, I don't know. There's so little, honestly, going on in this update that's like kind of disappointing, I want to say. I mean, good that we have a new miner, but zero information about Vanguards a month from supposed release, other than my money is they're gonna miss the release date in August. I don't think they're gonna get Vanguards out in August. Or if they do, it will be in some beta fact. Like they're gonna have the beta of Vanguards on top of the beta of Trailblazers, which, by the way, it's still technically in beta. I don't know what else they're gonna do, if anything, about it at this point. I think they're all focused on Vanguard, so I think it's one of those forever betas that at some point they'll just declare the beta is over. But at that point, my hunch is the interest in the whole mechanic is also going to be over, especially if they don't fix some of the stuff that really needs fixing about Vanguards, in particular the ability to cancel or deconstruct things, which is just absurd that it's not in the game, if you ask me. Again, stating opinions here. Yeah, totally, Pete. I was saying colonization, zero news. Vanguards, one sentence saying that it's open beta. I mean, if you remember, they did a beta also for carriers when they came out, which I think actually worked reasonably well. Like that's like probably an example of how to actually do a beta decently. I like Trailblazers, which has been, let's just release it and figure it out. Like and test and fix it in production. That beta is, a lot more questionable. Like a lot more questionable. So, right. Okay. I got my paint jobs, by the way, for watching the stream. We can have a look at like how ugly they are in game, but I don't know that that's going to be particularly viable. I mean, it's better than watching dinosaurs anyway. So let's pull up and have a look at the paint jobs while we're at it. At least it's something new. The thing is, I don't think I have a Federal Assault ship, but I do have an Asp Explorer in my carrier, so we can at least look at it that way. All right, let's go to Elite proper. See if it's loading. There you go. And let's go back to a proper vertical thing. Why? I hate Atom. Do you really like the lights off in a hangar? I can't see a thing in outfitting or just looking at my ships in here. It's like, I think it's awful, but if it's your thing, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, selling Solo Medusa in Type 11? No, Solo Hydra in Type 11, easily. Easily. Oh, let's see what the hard points are before we say too much easily, but should be easily. I mean, I just did a Hydra in this thing, and if I did a Hydra in this thing, Type 11 should not be a problem. Let's go and see if we got the... Oh, single large hardpoint, which can only take the mining laser. Now that would be funny. Now that doing a Hydra in that, now that could be problematic. I give you that. Yeah, Type 11 is the name of a new ship that was just announced. The miner ship is called Type 11. Well, Mira J, now you get to scream with us. Welcome to the screaming over here. Let's see this new paint job thingy. I have the Stellar screenshot reward splashed paint on right now. Which, I mean, how can you tell me how, I mean, you're saying you don't want this to change. Look at the lighting in the carrier. It's impossible to see anything. Look at this. Look at the ship. They completely borked it, right? I mean, I don't know what they're doing with squadron carriers, but whatever they did, it completely broke the lighting of carriers. All right, so this, where is the new paint job? Prestige purple, is it this one? I think it's this one. And we have to go up on the deck to see it because, like, you have to go up on the deck to see it because, again, it's impossible to see anything here. Lava with a lack of light looks slick. Maybe. Yeah, it does look like somebody puked on the ship. It's true. Even the sort of top of the carrier is dark. Right. But better, at least. From this angle, we should be able to kind of see the paint job to a degree. Looks kind of a bit tribal. I mean, of the 3 paint jobs that they gave away, assuming this is the right one, which I'm not actually quite sure that I'm picking on the right one. Am I picking on the right one? Is this the Prestige Purple? Yeah, I picked the right one. So, of all the paint jobs they gave away, I like the orange highlights. Yeah. This is not the worst. I like it. For one, like, let's see if we can head towards the star and get some proper light here. I'll actually look at it. Yeah. It's sort of metallic shiny on the purple too. I think this is actually the best paint job they've given away ever. Somebody gotta tell Xeno, Alex, you gotta tell Xeno that they're giving away a Federal Assault Ship paint job, which is not garbage. Like, he's gonna jump on that Twitch stream. He's a big fan of the Federal Assault Ship. Xeno Xera. It's a good question. I don't know about Concourse. It's definitely outfitting. White beluga? I thought the default beluga was white. Am I missing something? Alright.
Access granted. Please follow standard docking protocols, Commander. Docking request confirmed. Assisted approach is go.
I think I built a Federal Assault Ship at some point. I'm not sure why I built it, but I built it at some point. But I think I actually sold it. I mean, the only Federal ship, well, it's not the only, a Corvette counts too, but somehow the Corvette doesn't register in my mind in the Federal line of ships, which is the assault ship, drop ship, and gunship. I was trying to make the drop ship work as an AX ship, but I actually never got around building it because you basically have to fly that ship sideways because it can yaw, but it can't really pitch. It's like one of the unique ways that thing flies.
Shutdown. What can we do for you, Commander?
Oh, the question. One of the questions I have is whether I should buy the Midnight Black paint job for the Corsair, which I really want, as it's like the uniform we use in the Xenostrike Force now, or if I should wait for Black Friday and hope that it becomes on sale during Black Friday. But because it is 10,000 arcs, so like 10,000 arcs for a paint job is what, like $7-8 for a paint job, if I did the math correctly. $7 for just a paint job is like a little bit brutal. Plus, look at this. It's like, can't see absolutely anything. How are they? Here's the way to get them to fix it. Guys, how are you selling paint jobs if people can't even see them in the carrier? I mean, look at this. That's Midnight Black. This is Obscura Lividus. It looks identical. This is Predator Gray. At least this one has some kind of lighting. Like, Predator White, somehow magically the ship, suddenly you can actually see it. But take any one of the other ones. Arcus Green, you can't see a thing. Like, how are you going to sell paint jobs if people can't even see these? This is part of a pack, by the way. Arcus Green, Arcus Gold. Oh, interesting. But these are not. It's odd. I just want the Midnight Black. I just don't happen to have enough arcs for it. Can they give us a ship kit that makes a Corsair look less like the Corsair? They actually already have. If you have the Stellar variant, which, again, they gave away, to me while I was still... Oh, by the way, they actually created a new... But you can't see a thing, so it's like, you can't see anything. I generally kind of have a spoiler on this when I'm not in XSF uniform. and one of these sort of winglets thingies. Or this one? Which one was it? I can't really see. I think this is the winglet wingy. And this is the non-beak Corsair. Like this is the Corsair, but without the beak. With a paint kit, with a ship kit that fixes the beak. This is something that goes up there, I guess. See, with a big, it's like a pointy beak of some kind. I don't even know what this does. Again, can't see an absolute thing with this light. Oh, in the main menu. Oh, that's cool workaround. All right. But anyway, this is with the chrome paint job, the one that I usually fly. Not green though, because green I usually fly when I'm in an op, because it's like one of the highest contrast and easiest to see. Did you see that a human eye has twice as many sensors for green than any other color? So the world in reality is actually half as green as you see it. Mind-blowing, right? Yeah, this is kind of the build. The fancy version of that Corsair build. Did I miss anything interesting? I did. Well, you certainly didn't miss anything interesting that the Frontier guys did, because they didn't do anything interesting on the stream. Other than say, Vanguards, end of August, bye, see you later. That was kind of it. And now I kind of need to unstick myself because I managed to get my cord of my thing stuck in the chair. All right. And yeah, this is the Corsair build, the fancier version of a Corsair build. I actually like when it gets caustic on it, because for whatever reason the caustic textures are really high resolution on this ship, and it looks pretty rad with caustic on it. Now I'm kind of far away from a decent light source, so this ship looks black, which is why I kind of have a chrome paint job to begin with, but I don't know if I can actually get any decent lighting on it, but I don't think so. I think I'm too far from a star right now. Or some source of lighting. Yeah, it's just gonna look black. So the new gameplay loop is not even a mining update. The new gameplay loop is just a new hardpoint. I actually have it as a screenshot here because I pulled it up. Like, I don't have a screenshot of the actual mining item, but I have a screenshot of what I think the mining thing is inspired by, which is this kind of rocket launcher thingy. I probably could pull up what it actually looks like, but it kind of looks like this, right? It's a large mining exclusive hardpoint, which is exclusive to the Type 11. And where is there better lighting? I think the distress call has better lighting because at least it has green lighting. But the problem with distress call is that it has flickering lights, which look absolutely nauseous. So, like, anyway, we can head there and see if we roll. It's also 2 jumps. Why is it 2 jumps? Oh, because I don't have a super fancy frameshift drive on this thing. What are the coolest bit of a Type 11? Drive me closer. What do you think it is? Active Spire in Titans when? Well, we're ready. We are ready to go. I just open up Call 70 and we will be right there. Like... I know, right? I said that it was a medium. Everybody was giving me a hard time saying, oh, there's no way that's a medium. It's like Frontier said they were done with mediums and that all the new ships were going to be a large, and by the way, they just increased the price of large ships, so clearly they're going to do more large ships. And I was like, sure guys, you're right, they did say all those things, but since I have this amazing human feature called eyes, looking at the screenshot, that ship is like 3 ship launch fighter widths, and 3 ship launch fighter widths is a medium ship, it's not a large one. So then you never know. You can have a Type 7, which should be a medium, but somehow they decided it only fits on a large pad, so you never know. But the Defense Council of Humanity will be rebranded as the Assault Council of Humanity. That'd be a cool rebranding, yeah. By the way, we haven't really done much with DCOH because since the war ended, we just haven't happened to have done much with DCOH. We should do something with them. Like I've talked about some events and things. Like, I think we need some kind of major in-game event or something. I've actually written a note. I don't know if I should talk about it, but I guess I'll talk about it. I've written a note to Front Developments, but basically goes along the lines of like, guys, people, AX pilots are aboard, and I've toasted them some ideas of things that I thought could be less boring for AX commanders, but I got no response, and I was completely ignored, which is fine. Like, that's fine, totally fine. Where am I going to? Distress call. Also, where is the distress call? Because I somehow might have filtered out. No, I have points of interest here. Why is it not popping up? Something's wrong here. Are we still burning sources in Legacy? I don't have the faintest idea. I'm sorry, I don't know the answer to that question. I would make stuff completely up. Why is my screen missing planets entirely? Oh well. Well, a war in Colonia, on the one hand, would be interesting. On the other hand, it would have to make me traverse 22,000 light years, and I really don't want to do that. So, I hope the war is in. It's not in Colonia. That was very blue. See, this is where we're gonna get better light and better reflections on this chrome paint job. The problem with chrome paint job is it looks amazing when there's actually a decent light source, and it looks just black and awful when there isn't. Right? So, and we're still too dark, too far away from a light source. But you know, since there's a huge ball of burning plasma just right there, hopefully it'll pick up some color, like soon enough. All right, starting to pick up some. What's going on with the Colonia Bridge? A bunch of systems are in lockdown. I honestly don't know. If they're in lockdown, I guess somebody's been having fun over there. The Type 11 is going to bomb. Well, you know, we all have our biases and we all have our, you know, perceptions of like what will be successful and what will not. And what I've learned personally is that I am wrong more often than right when I try and make predictions in that regard. So, you know, if I am wrong, going to be wrong more often than I'm right, I maybe should just stop making predictions. Because, I mean, the reality about the elite community is that for all the amazing PvP pilots and all the great AX commanders, the vast majority of elite commanders are space truckers. That's the reality. Look at the CG. 26,000 people are hauling steel from point A to point B for 66 tons of additional cargo space. Those are the facts. And then we can get into all the analysis that we want. But that's the reality. Like, most people in Elite haul stuff from point A to point B. Maybe they'll build a small little starport that they'll call home. Maybe they'll go and do some mining and find it relaxing. Maybe they'll enjoy laser mining, as boring as it is, just because it's chill. that is the majority of the community that that we're in. And I know it's mind-boggling for many of us who are more active and participate and engage in social media and join YouTube streams and follow Frontier Unlocked and all these things, but that's not what most commanders do. Like, it just isn't. All right, here we are. Now there's nice lighting finally here. Well, sort of. I have to turn around for it to kind of somewhat be nicer. But even then, it's still not that nice. I have to get really close to a star for this chrome to pick up some kind of lighting. I think I'm also in the shadow of this destroyed Majestic interdictor, so... Oh wow, a clipper. Woo! Clipper. What happened? I bonked into a clipper. And there's no interceptors, which means I kind of need to relog to find some interceptors. Yeah, special modules are, again, there's fear of missing out. Like, but I think for this particular community goal, people are doing it for the cash because the amount of money that this community goal pays is enormous. Like a single Panther truckload of CMM composites is worth what, 62 million credits? That's like a Medusa and a half in a what, 4-minute trip end to end? I can't do a Medusa consistently, repeatedly every 4 minutes, let alone 1.5 in AX. Even with Xenostrike Force, if we go out in California and decide to cycle anti-Xeno combat zones, we may be going to pull in 500 million an hour, but you know it takes quite some practice. Here, anyone can buy a Panther, $15, boom, and then cycle CMM trips and make 750 million an hour, or maybe 500 million an hour, I don't know, something like that. And yeah, I mean, it's getting a lot of interest. I'm not surprised. Well, with glide skipping, now landing on a planet's surface is even faster than getting into a station. Like, you just go straight down, pop Super Cruise Assist off right before you drop, and magically pop right in front of the station. It's faster than getting into a core relay. Oh, there's 2 interceptors there. What we got there? Is that what is that behind that Klops? Hello, Klops. That's there's another, that's a Medusa. Alright, let's do a dual interceptor thingy. I should probably switch to combat mode. Do I have my guns out? No. I also want to tap the Medusa so it doesn't leave. Hello, Medusa. Hello, Klops. Let's dance. Alright. Maybe I should pull up my landing gear so I can actually move. Get some sinks. And fire. Oh, I did not get a scan, so I can't use actually my... That was dumb. Alright, well, we don't really need it. We don't need it. We don't need it, we don't need it. Where is the Medusa? Oh, there it is. Hi, Medusa. Multigoiding. I haven't done a multigoider in a while. Let's also do it kind of like next to the Majestic interdictor, because it looks nice. Like, this is a nice combat site. It makes it even harder to see anything around this cloud, but it looks nicer, so there's the beauty value of it. This is still like in its yellow interceptor chase. Should we alternate? Should we do one each? It's a really dumb thing to do, because like it means there's 2 lightning active interceptors. It's very dangerous. But we like dangerous, so let's do it. Let's do it. I should get a scan of the heart of a Medusa though, because like taking a heart of a Medusa is slightly more complicated than taking a heart of a Klops. And without the scan, I can't really I should also like switch to trailing sights. Just doing this like entirely by sight is not easy even for me. Rearming the chargers. Too low. Way too low. Missed. Alright, we gotta switch to trailing. Hello, Interceptor. Alright. Gun sight trailing. Alright, where were we? Should we also get the scan while we're at it? Yeah, let's get a scan while we're at it. Hey, don't run away. I'm trying to get a scan of you. And you gotta stay within 2 kilometers for me to do that. I don't need the scan of the Klops, but I do need the scan of this Medusa if I want to. Let's see, the heart. I basically did practically no damage to that heart. $90. Exert is at 80. Almost. Exerted. Ooh, Klops got in the way. Missed. Hit. Alright, Medusa heart. 1 down, back to Klops. The good thing of alternating like this is that by the time you're done with one, the heart on the shield on the other is kind of down. I'm trying to get my heatsinks back because I'm kind of running low on heatsink here. I do use keyboard and mouse, that is correct. Am I getting my sinks back? Should almost be done. Trying to cool off with my beam. Weapon rearmed. Sinks are back. See if I can get a number back while I'm repairing my hull. If I get hit by the swarm, I won't though. So, and I don't want to boost over because I want to hit this Klops. I don't have a scan on this one, so I have to aim by sight, which is fine. It's fine. Should get a heatsink though. Got him. That second shot was useless, but there's some entertainment value, I guess. The shield of this thing is like still way up. All right, let's get some heatsinks back while we're at it. And let's also get ourselves back next to the Majestic because, again, entertainment value. It looks better. Synthesis interrupted. Incoming caustic missiles. All right. I don't particularly mind. Getting too far though, they might actually lose track and jump out, which would be annoying, since I don't want them to run out. I want to shoot them. Here we go. 1. I got one of my sinks back, which is nice. Here's the other one. Is this a Klops? This is a Klops. Let's get a scan while we're at it of a Klops, since we're kind of in range. And the shields. Both shields are still up, so we got time. Their Corsair is such a beast. Alright, we got a scan. Let's see if we can get another repair limpet and get the sinks back there. Should probably also check our module integrity at this point, because like we got our main MRP down to 2/3, which is undesirable. Shield of that thing is still up. Shield of this thing is almost down. Let's go for a Klops. Alright, we got our synthesis back. Guns charging. Now we can shoot with a accuracy of like... Oh. I dodged the lightning of that thing. That shield is about to drop, so I'll move to the next heart in a moment. Uh-oh. I forgot I wasn't cold. I'm gonna be shut down because I don't have a neutralizer. But I mean, flight assist off, so I'm gonna drift for a little bit. Now the most dangerous thing in this thing is for them to kind of jump out, away from you. Because I'm drifting pretty fast, and I don't think they can keep up. As far as control schemes, anything works. I mean, A1AB killed 8 Hydras solo in a Chieftain using an Xbox controller. So, if you can do that, you can use a controller for anything. I killed a Hydra in an Eagle using keyboard and mouse. And if you can do that, you can probably use keyboard and mouse for anything. A bunch of commanders have done amazing things with hands on throttle and stick. They're jumping out. That was an annoying thing. Let's see if I can spike my heat to like crazy high heat level and see if I can. Now the good thing is the swarm is out, so they need to recall the swarm before they jump. So there's a chance I might catch them. Yep, I caught the Dooza, I think. I don't think I'm gonna catch the Klops, I think it's too far. Oh, it's going back to scan stuff. Well, that's good. Alright, we re-annoyed the Medusa, so we got that one. But fortunately, we're still in the instance with all that garbage in the middle, so like, we managed to somehow re-get the attention of these guys. Target shield offline. Alright, let's dance. Sync, guns, and charges. And now this thing explodes. Boom. First one down. 1 to go. We got a million sinks. Sinks are not a problem. First swarm goes down with its buddy. The shield is down. And so now we dance with the second one. Sink. Fire. Oh, come on. I almost dodged it. Almost. Resync, resync. Good job, Medusa. You're doing some damage there. Gotta dodge those missiles if I can. Missed. Second heart down? That's only a second heart? Wow. Let's go back in a majestic interdictor world. I'm good on sinks. Caustic damage detected. Oh, I threw through the... Oh, how do I burn this off now? Siren running and guns. Burnt. Didn't realize the caustic... That sucks. Invisible caustic clouds are annoying. Now this thing lost aggro of me, so now I gotta go get back in range and tap it. I think it saw me. Hello there. Uh-oh. I flew for a swarm, which means I re-agitated it after calming it. I mean, we could keep going, guys, but unfortunately I think that's all what we have time for today. So, now is the time to head on back home. Fun to multi-goid. Like, haven't done it in a while. Get back to the Pleiades Zoo. Don't need that. Mouse is good for fine aim, yes. My mouse is pretty precise. For shooting hearts in particular, the fine motor precision of using a mouse versus your whole arm and hand muscles that you use on a stick. makes fine motor control and thus precise aiming a little bit easier. But again, like with practice and muscle memory, anything can be made to work. And that is not the key differentiating factor of anything. I used sticks a very long time ago. As in, I had an X56 HODA setup originally. And then I switched to mouse and throttle because I'm weird, and then my throttle broke. And I was like, fine, I'll use this as a fate hint that I should switch to mouse and keyboard completely. And so I retrained myself in flying mouse and keyboard, which actually took 3 months to get to the same level I was before. But then I significantly exceeded also the level I was before, so it worked out in the end. Mouse and throttle was a problem for me because I really struggled. I didn't have a roll axis on mouse and throttle, so I basically flew without ever rolling, really, which worked still. I made it work, but it is, especially on ships like Crate and the Corsair, which need to roll because they don't freaking yaw, it was very limiting. So switching to keyboard unlocked for me a whole range of ships that I really didn't fly until then, which now that I could roll, I could. Hey Mido Ali, do you know how to search for the biological planet and sell it? You mean how to do exobiology? Is that the question? On how you land on planets, use exobiology and turn it in? I presume that's the question. I mean, to do it, you need an Artemis suit. So you need one of these Artemis suits, which come with a scanner. You can buy them in stores. You don't need a high-grade suit or any engineering. It's a very relaxed and laid-back activity. But once you have one of these Artemis suits, you can use a special tool that comes with it to scan biological signs on planetary surfaces which have them. You need 3 samples for each type of creature or plant or whatever it is that you're scanning. And they need to be a certain distance apart. So you can't just scan 3 right next to each other. You have to scan one, then drive to a different patch of plants, scan another, and then go to again different third patch and scan a third. Once you do that, you get a full sample for that particular biological. And then all you have to do is you have to turn it in at Vista Genomics, which is available on carriers and pretty much anywhere, station stuff like that. That part is straightforward. Very profitable, especially if you do it on first footfall planets that nobody has landed on before. First footfall gives you like a 3 or 4x bonus in terms of credits. In fact, I think exobiology is one of the most profitable activities in the game right now. I think if you go to first footfall and you just try and get data for stratum tectonicas, which are the most profitable ones, which are found on high metal content planets, look for planets that have quarter circle on top left and have a full circle. Those are ones that, yeah, those are the ones that you can land in. And there are many exobiology tutorials, I agree. All right, commanders, that will be all for today. Thank you for joining the stream. Sorry that there wasn't very much about Elite, other than saying, hey, Vanguards are end of August. And by the way, here's a minor ship and here's a new hardpoint. But I guess still better than nothing. So, glory to mankind, Commander Mechan, over and out.